Hello, friends of Komodo platform, friends of Pirate Chain and Bitcoin, friends of crypto. I'm E. Giuliano. It is 4th of September, and I would like to share with you some crypto price charts, shall we call it? I'm going to share you the screen. And ooh, the number on Bitcoin is a 49 now. Interest. Well, I guess that was where we might start. I'm using getaurox terminal, and I'm also going to toggle over to these crypto charts. There's one or two of them to look at. I got a request for this XYO, so we'll just have a quick gander. And TRAC, we're going to check a look at a TRAC. In fact, since we're here, let's do that first. Okay, I'm going to grab the TRAC and take a look right here. Oh yeah. Well, that's about right. That looks to me like we were ready to go to next levels. So, it's either down or up. I had drawn this triangle a few months ago, must have been. It would have already tagged this one here. It hadn't tagged this one yet because I haven't checked this in a couple months, and this is a monthly chart. So there you go. Even we check from the weekly time frame, and it's looking half decent. So we had a good green bullish weekly candle here. So next levels are the in the thousands of Satoshis here, 1,000 to 1,200. But really, we're just going to work through this price here, see where it can get next. This is the TRAC BTC price chart. Definitely looking to get back here to this resistance zone here around the 2,500 Satoshi level. Okay, interesting. So I guess you could say bullish TRAC on the longer time frame. Next, looking at that XYO, for all you XYO fans, it says 2 cents here. This is the BTC chart on KuCoin, XYO BTC. One reason why I like this getaurox terminal is it offers, I could just have all these charts here and take a look at them. I know people use TradingView and other stuff, but this is, right now it's free. So I'm enjoying it. And it just keeps getting better. So shout out to aurox terminal. It seems cleaner, placing lines and other stuff. It just feels more fluid. Anyway, good job. So we're looking at some wicks here. I'm guessing this is a weekly chart. I'm guessing we're going to get some consolidation. Maybe not, though. We might need one more green candle before the consolidation. 1, 2, 3. But yeah, definitely within this weekly time frame. I don't know how much more we're going to be able to work through this price action here and get above. Really, the target is about 57, 5,600 Satoshis, if can be. And so what we'd like to do there is maybe that would give you about 85 to 100% if you can really catch it from here. And I also wanted to look at just a Fibonacci relationship here. So I think we are, possibly hitting, either we're going to make that extension or not, right? That's always the case. Who knows? We'll find out. That's the idea. Okay, but I'm not necessarily, like, you'd look closer daily or whatever, but I'm not sure yet if I would get in on this one at this time. But if you're already in there, well, this is financial advice anyway. So enjoy. Okay, so that was the XYO. And the other one I was looking at here just for a quick moment was the ICX. That looked fun. I just saw that the price level right now, currently around this 3,300 level, really correlates nicely right here with this price level, boom, on the 25th April, and is a daily chart. And then also before it was kind of hovering around this one right here. So it's around these price levels. You got this one June 2020 right here as well. And then you have this a bit of this line here right on there, that price level. So this is quite a significant price level for ICX on the daily price chart. Okay, and that leads to really, if you break out of it, definitely you're looking at the 4,500 levels. So roughly, another 35 to 50% ish. Let's see. And, the question becomes now with all of these ICX, BTC, in their BTC prices, will they get to their next levels? Will they get to their next levels like these kinds of prices back here? That's going to be important to see. Let's see what kind of on the candles here. Do we get any wicks up there? We do. We get some of these right here. So, been there before. Now we need to get, are we going to be going into the range beyond? Now that becomes the big question. We'll find out. All right. And if we're just going to look on the weekly, because that seems to fit nicely. Yeah, looks good, doesn't it? Looks like we're just starting here. This touch point is lower than this one. So things are just getting started, possibly. Let's find out. I imagine coming to touch around this one at some point because it's still low and small. So it's possible, but maybe not. We'll find out. All right. For now, we're out of the ICX, and that's been the tour of the crypto horses, let's call them, for now. And we'll go over to Komodo and Franz. BTC looks like it's trying to scare people, showing a different number in the 10,000s place value. It's a 4 again, and the different number they were looking for would be a 6, but that's still needs to battle through the 5s first, apparently. So I wanted to show you 4-hour price chart. We're at some key levels as usual, or not as usual, but as often said. So this is the key here. 4-hour price chart needs to hold this 20-period average, and boom, off we go. That's basically the idea. And doesn't, it can either be weak and bearish here, or it can be bullish, because we do have this kind of action. So if it's gonna, if it's just gonna stop here, I mean, at some point it's gotta go beyond that. So this is the MACD. This is a 4-hour price chart. We'll see how that works. It's a narrowing of the bands at some point, but really, yeah. Oh, also, the other reason I'm saying this is because, okay, seems like in terms of the moves, you had one move here, wave up, wave down. Then you had this kind of action here, which to me is its own wave right here. And now we're just starting this next action. Okay, there's new bullishness coming out of El Salvador, if you ask me, and just generally. And I think people are very positive about things. And it's been expected back here. There would be the big dump, and we didn't know what it would look like, and we didn't know how long it would go, but generally there was definitely a consensus of 3 to 6 months type of a thing. And some people were really, oops, did we lag? Some people were really looking for, oh no, it's because we're on the 4-hour chart. This is a weekly. Some people were, oh, okay. Some people were really looking for the price to dump down to the 20,000s, significantly. Hasn't done that yet, and interesting time right now. I mean, the weekly candle shaping up is interesting. Let's just move it to the daily though. We were looking at the 4-hour, and yeah, that's why I wanted to show the daily. Relatively, we're good. We're above the cloud, but at any point we could start the round down. In which case, then yeah, we're looking at the real test of the 200-day moving average, if that's the case, because even these Bollinger Bands here, they're narrowing. There is definitely a pop coming. So idea being, maybe we need to test this 20-day moving average around 48,000 or wherever it's going to be when we get there. Maybe it'll be around 49 or 40, high 48s, whatever. And boom, then off to the race, because that will, provide more strength and rebound for the Bollinger Band wind up. Okay, otherwise, boom, we're done. We're down and below the cloud, which sucks. Maybe, or yeah, that's definitely the secondary consideration. Maybe this cloud is really thick and we just have to have big wicks here and then keep going. Bias is still to the upside. All right, even let's say like daily wise, momentum wise, I don't see why we don't. Why don't we continue a bit? Doesn't have to go higher, but at least some sort of positive momentum. Create a bit of bearish divergence, let the price get higher than where it was here back in 17 August, and maybe create a bit more of that divergence. It's still creating some degree of divergence here on the RSI as well. So whatever, it's coming. There's going to be a longer term down, but maybe it needs to pop a bit first. And that's been the idea all along. Just pop around to here and then hang out sideways and down. Okay, let's see next. I wanted to check out that Kmd price chart. We're in the 2,500 Satoshis. Yeah, I hope you're doing well. Anyway, this is just an idea here. What is going on? Boom. Okay. Last time I was looking at this, these things can change at any point, but last time I was looking at this, the candle itself, the daily candle, was much more wick and into the cloud. But this is good action. I like to see this. Very nice. Go KMD. Well done. I think we are now able to make a candle up to here, 27 or even the 28. Because the last time we were up at this level, it was just one of those straight down situations. And before that, we didn't really even, anything above there was back right down, even in the same day. So interesting action here for all you KMD fanatics. Looking like that positive momentum is about to continue, right? And I think we're gonna look to get higher than this level here with our signal and MACD lines on the daily MACD. Good. And if we, yeah, so there we go. Let's just go and test this 200-day. Not too, yeah, you see, here's the thing. It goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. What we want is a good buildup of up and down. It has to go up, it has to go down, because if it just goes up, then it's just going to come harder down. And so any trolling and all that kind of feelings of like, oh, this sucks or whatever, that comes from not realizing it goes up, it comes down, but what we want is to continue it going up. Now, I get it. You feel like your choice has been a bad one, and you can't really argue that if you're going to compare things. If you're looking at KMD down here, and even just comparatively to the ICX or anything else, you could definitely make some thoughts and complaints, but you know what I'm seeing here is also a lot of potential and opportunity. Then again, maybe my own financial understanding, of like valuation of things and where they should be. I mean, BTC versus KMD, who's to say it shouldn't be at a 3,000 Satoshi level if Bitcoin's at $300,000, as many expect. But look, overall on this daily level, we're filling out this price drop here and climb that couldn't be sustained because we had this other drop. We're filling it out. And after that happens, we're going to the next level, which we've even visited here, but it will be more sustainable. That's one idea. The other idea is it won't be sustainable and we'll forever have this like lowering price movement. But my overall thesis is that the crypto will also be like attrition. And if you can keep running, then you will survive and thrive, because ultimately Bitcoin is going to be an incredible settlement layer of just pure decentralized or self-sovereign money, and then everything else will have its place in the realm of trade and value and interoperability. All right, and so that's the idea, and that's why I think that KMD has its place, where right now there's zero hype, there's nobody talking about it. Think about what everything else is discussed about. Oh, it has this, oh, it has that. You have a lot of blockchains like that. So now the big names are Solana and Cardano, and the Binance Smart Chain did its thing, and yeah, you got a whole bunch, right? And that's good, power and respect to everyone. But when it comes to longevity of self-sovereignty and other things like that, I think that what Komodo provides, the network, let's say, that Komodo provides, and then the independence, right, and interoperability that Komodo provides, is by itself going to prove that this right here is a key time in the overall structure of the pattern that's going to play out over the next, let's call it 5 years to 6 years, well, 5 to 10 years, let's call it, but really, by 2028, I think it's going to be clear that also KMD and others that are just getting started, well, not even, like you think of Varus, if it's not just getting started, it's been doing incredible things for a few years now, and relatively unknown and unspoken of. So yeah, you have other chains which are getting all the hype and whatever, and so that's fine. And then attrition comes, and what works for real and in a actually economically sustainable way and just provides actual value for its users. There's a reason why SmartFi chose KMD, and that's, you watch the videos and you get it, but overall it's just because it's really good stuff, and so they're using it. And the beauty of KMD is that you're not really tied to KMD itself, the coin of the Komodo chain. And so that, you could argue that that's not a good thing, but the JL777 article about tokenomics and coins and network effect is really the vision, and I definitely see that as like it has strength in longevity. So that's the idea, and that's why I think that the Komodo chart looks the way it does so far. And that I think if we think about technical analysis and long-term ideas, it's going to be weird, I think, to see what is this going to look like over time. But and who's to say? I don't know if is KMD going to ever make it to 70,000 satoshis again, 60,000 satoshis. I would say yes in terms of technical analysis. But I would say, anything is possible in the life cycle of a curve. Because at 60,000 satoshis in, let's just call it for fun, a $300,000 Bitcoin. Let's just call it a fair $1 million Bitcoin. No, okay, that's too much for you. Okay, wait, let's go 200,000 Bitcoin. Because that's reasonable, you might say, within the next 4 to 5 years, by 2027 or so. Then 200,000, 20,000, 2,000, 200, 20 times 6 is 120. That's reasonable. That's reasonable. If you're going to be giving crazy valuations to other things, then $120 for a Komodo KMD seems reasonable. But at this time, it's hard to believe. But I guess if you take the idea of how many there are, and you know, what they can be used for and stuff. You know, because then we're talking about dollar values, right? See, that's the thing, is at a certain point that maybe the dollar values are irrelevant and we're really looking at BTC values. And now we're really starting to weigh the cryptos in the crypto verse, let's call it. Maybe. Okay, so it's fun times though. I'm glad to be here with you. I hope you're still watching. It's pretty cool. So this is pretty much the analysis for the KMD. I mean, it's pretty much pretty is the word of the day. So pretty, and yeah, we're working up against that cloud on the daily. Looking good, looking real good, strong. I like it. We are, you could argue that we've already tried to test that 20-day moving average, and now we're moving into it. That's cool. We're still looking to now, we've kind of started clearing this level. We're looking to get here to this 2,800 Satoshis. All right, as I said earlier, that's it for KMD. And on the USDT, we're at a 126. We've looked at this before. We're not going to take too long of a look at it. Yep, there we are between the light and dark, and a lot of up days. Could use a sideways there too. However, yeah, because, you know, I do get the sense that after the next moves up here and we start getting oversold and stuff, I think we'll have a longer correction, one of like this, maybe not this length or whatever, but, you know, we've come from the bottom of June here, the bottom in June, and we've already made some oversold condition in the middle of August, and now we're going to move into middle of September probably, and then we'll make our way down to maybe whenever, November, December, whatever it's going to be, maybe in October it's going to happen. But you get the sense that I'm saying. So we're have to, just these ideas prepare us, and then the charts play it out and we get a feeling for it. Because look, we're already going into this positive momentum, so it seems like that's the case. It's going to continue. Okay. So watch out for maybe the next 2-3 weeks, right? Here we go. Over to the ARRR price chart. Let's just take a look here. What is going on our BTC? So good on the daily. This is good. It's definitely a signal of we've cleared it out. It's interesting that today, intraday low closing higher than the previous, which was both like the low was on a green candle day. So I think we are complete. Interesting. I think we will pop back up over this line here of the 67 or 6,800 Satoshis, and we'll hang out there before then making it to the next one. You know, these lines are still going to be in play, so I'm going to leave it there. I think this one I will get taken out. So that's about it. That's what we're looking for here. It'll be interesting to watch it turn. We've got the daily momentum indicator signaling that we could be turning within the next few days. I mean, we already are turning, really. And same thing here, you know, we've got a good oversold position here, looking to get back up into the 30s. Okay, there you have it. That's the R on the daily. On the 4 hours, yeah, looking like it's just now starting to figure it out. So there might be sideways here, or we'll see. Maybe we'll break through the 20 period average and then come back down and hang out onto it before, and you know, breaking out, if you see the Bollinger Band confluence, might make it to that Bollinger Band, which it often does, which is the resistance here, and then come back down to that 20 and then move over. And this is a 4-hour price chart. All right, that's the idea. All my friendly buyers. Oh, wait, yeah, sometimes 4-hour price charts, but for that kind of, there it is, there's our divergence. So we got that divergence there. I mean, the price down and the RSI, we got a good divergence there. See that? You need to go deeper into it. Whoop. So that seems pretty good. Yeah, boom to boom. Sounds good. I like it. All right. Well, if you're still watching, that's your signal. I mean, really, if we're doing the right thing, this is what we're waiting for. You know, you wait for, you're patient. You don't, you know, even here, it looks like it's done. If you're looking at the RSI, you're like, oh, it's done here, it's done. But you really always, you know, that's back here, August 26. Oops, August 26 is back here. Okay, so you're thinking it's done, and it's got another, you know, 25% to go. And if you look at that on the return, that's like an extra 30%, 35%, you know. Boy, oh boy. Well, these are the lessons we're learning along the way, I would say. And anytime we see this kind of structure, you could expect a potential continuation to that direction, whether it's to the upside or whether it's to the downside. All right, beauty for our price chart. Looking good overall, Pirate Chain. Don't let us down. I'm gonna, oh, that's the other thing I wanted to do. I want to get rid of you for now. Okay, there you have it. And if we are going to look on the longer term price chart, there we are. This is the daily price chart R. So yeah, still good, looking good. Oh, nice little toucher. Anyway, this is the CoinEx chart. It's a bit different, right? So that's what you have there. Okay. Now off to our USDT, just for you fans out there of this pair. Again, similar to the BTC, we've got this candle which closed lower, and then this candle which also had a nice low wick, and it looks like we're getting our turning. And we can see also, you know, if you want to count something like on a really, when you're getting this kind of final impulsive move down, you are usually looking for about 5 waves or so. You can also consider it like some sort of double zigzag or whatever, but in this case, it really worked out that way. It definitely seemed like a flat pattern out of here. Anyway, whatever it is, it was pretty much a waterfall. And now, I think I also wanted to show you, we've already done this before, but let's say we're taking this, and then we go here, we had our 1618, so we're extending it at 1618. And then from that one, it's interesting that the price goes around the 0.5, this 0.618 level compared to the 1. So oftentimes, especially, you know, you have a decently good first move, and then the third move, so like a 1, 2, the third wave gives you like a 1618 there. Then the fifth, you can imagine, will either be equal to the first or probably less. Fifth is like a final push, you know. And if you're expecting that, you can't go that low, then you might say, okay, here is a good level, and we already had the level plotted and all of that. So if you're being responsible, then you're doing good for yourself. I hope you're learning stuff on this channel and enjoying it, and things are coming together for you. There you go, providing value. All right, that's it for now. It looks like we're turning around. Didn't quite make it oversold here, so who knows what that's all about. But and yeah, I mean, I could be wrong. We could boom, dump first and then come back. Definitely possible. Okay, but less likely. All right, that's it for now. I think I'm done. I hope you enjoyed this one. Love, peace, happiness to you. Stay well as best you can. Until next time, goodbye.